Alright lads, so today we are over on BBS Simulator because in less than 12 hours time we are going to be getting our mid-month banner announcement. And as always, we're here to speculate, discuss, theorize what we could potentially get, and you lads can join in on the fun. Let me know your prediction in the comments below. If you get any of the cards right, we will give you lads a shout out in tomorrow's video. So I would like to say our predictions thus far in the year 2024 have been quite decent. I'm pretty sure I said I wanted a Shunsui or expected a Shunsui for January mid-month. We got exactly that. We obviously expected end of month January to be a Valentine's banner. We got exactly that. I called mid-month February being a Lieutenant banner, which I kind of regret calling, I'm not gonna lie. And then obviously we were expecting a 1000-year Blood War banner, potentially the start of Core 2 with Toshiro, Sangdu, also Bazby, but we actually just got Toshiro and also Sangdu. So going into this particular mid-month, I'm expecting to see a new White Day banner. Or I guess, as it's been called as of late, party time summons. Now, there's a few reasons for that. Of course, March is the time for White Day. White Day does happen, I believe, on the 13th. So literally the day this banner gets announced is when we do get White Day. Occasionally, middle of March is dedicated to White Day. They did skip it a few years. In 2022, we did get back-to-back, like, 2 White Day themed banners with Kakao Saiji and also Party Time. If we look at last year, technically last year we didn't get a traditional Valentine's, nor did we get a traditional White Day banner, but last year was basically both in one banner. You know, in this case, we got 2 females and also a male in some type of, you know, servant outfit. It was a mixture of Valentine's and also White Day in one banner. And at the end of January, we did see that we went back to the traditional Valentine's banner, traditional outfits, characters cooking up some chocolates for their husbandos. In this case, a Ruroka, Mashiro, and also a remake of a past Valentine's character, that being Momo. So since they did a traditional Valentine's themed banner for the females, I'm assuming they're going to do a traditional White Day banner for the males. And I'm not going to lie, given the state of the last mid-month banner we did get, I'm expecting something at least of quality, because yeah, this banner right here was absolutely terrible. Character choice was bad, visually the characters were bland, and even the artwork themselves weren't great. And the characters themselves were just okay at best. If they go down the route of making a White Day mid-month banner, there's some potential character choicing here, some good character choicing they can do. And given that they are seasonal, I'm expecting and hoping more so for some good type of character when it comes to mid-month quality, for both visuals and also character gameplay. With that in mind though, what characters could we actually expect with the idea that it is White Day? It's not guaranteed to be White Day. For all we know, tomorrow could be another set of premium characters. It could be even 1000-year Blood War, but I'm expecting a White Day banner. If we actually search White Day, we can look at the past White Day banners, more so the very first 2 White Day banners, Volume 1 and also Volume 2. So these were the very first White Day characters when the game like first released. Like, it was super old to the point that most of these characters were basically just reskins of their current character in game. The only difference is that they had a different soul bomb and also outfit, but like everything else, even strong attacks, visually almost was the exact same. It was definitely a low effort banner, but that's when BBS first started out, so it was kind of forgivable. But since this banner has come out, since 2016, we've actually seen a remake of every character here, besides Kenpachi. And Kenpachi as a character hasn't had a character since 2022. We did see for Valentine's they remade a past character, so what I'm really hoping for here in this upcoming White Day banner is for 2 new characters, because they're not going to remake a character that's already been remade, but do 2 new characters and pair that with Kenpachi, the one remake that I kind of want to see, because he's the only character that yet to be remade. And at the same time, shockingly, we haven't had that many Kenpachis in seasonal outfits. It's shocking. It really is. And this Kenpachi's kind of cool looking, right? I like that they do include Yachru from the Valentine's banner. I always like when there's like some type of continuity between banners. I would love if they do remake this character to also see Yachru come forward to and have some type of reference, maybe even in the Soul Bomb. So the one character I'm hoping to see tomorrow is this Kenpachi as a remade character. Preferably an SP character. At the time, this character was quite noteworthy, given that he was the only Kenpachi that was an SP character. Every Kenpachi for the time being, you know, for the first year or 2, were literally all NAD characters, attack-based characters. And, you know, I'd say this character deserves it, right? He's the only White Day character to not be remade. Kenpachi hasn't had a character in 2 years, and while it's true we are going to get a Shika Kenpachi later this year, I'm not expecting that for like another 5, 4, maybe even 6 months. So getting a White Day Kenpachi now, honestly, isn't too bad. And again, given that he has another character in like 2 years, I'd say he deserves 2 characters at least this year in the year 2024. Now, I'm not sure how I would feel about it, but this was like kind of a unique thing they did do back in 2017. A year later, when they reran the White Day characters, they also brought 2 new characters with it. It was kind of like a surprise release, and I'm pretty sure these characters released on both Global and JP at the same time. The timing for this banner was also very weird, by the way. March 6th is when the banner came out, and at least it was available during White Day, but that's definitely a weird release. You know, there's a potential chance, I'm not expecting it fully, but there is a potential chance tomorrow's banner, if it is White Day, and they are going with the traditional White Day outfits, and they do decide to remake Kenpachi, by all means, they could remake also Okiura and also Byakuya, and make a pretty good free character banner. I wouldn't mind it, considering all the other White Day characters have been remade. It would be nice to finish up the set, but I think maybe not everyone would like that, given that, you know, Byakuya and Okiura already get a lot of characters as is. It would be nice for a new character to get a seasonal, maybe for the first time, but like, I'm kind of 50-50. I wouldn't mind a new character, let's say Ginjo, get a seasonal character for the first time, but I also wouldn't mind, you know, Byakuya and Okiura also getting a remake. The only thing that's stopping me from saying that is, you know, Byakuya's already gotten 2 characters in like the last 7-ish months. He had his swimsuit character, and then also the 1000-year Blood War character, might even get another 1000-year Blood War character later this year. Okiura did get a character sometime after the anniversary. This might be one of his only times to get a character this year, unless he's going to get a seasonal later down the year, because there's not really much going on for this character. But personally, I did like a lot of the designs these characters had. I actually put this character on release, and he was actually a really fun character. So I guess my first prediction is 1, Kenpachi. I'm expecting him to get remade tomorrow. My second prediction would be Kenpachi alongside these other 2 characters, Byakuya and also Okiura. And then let's have a look at some male characters and see what character maybe does deserve a White Day seasonal character. I'm not going to talk about 1000-year Blood War characters. While they did technically tell us that they can potentially do 1000-year Blood War characters as seasonal characters, I'm not expecting it just yet. Maybe once most characters from 1000-year Blood War first get implemented in-game. So let's scroll down and look at some male characters. Shunsui and Aizen, I'm not expecting because they just got characters recently. Ichigo, I mean, Ichigo's a weird one because obviously, he doesn't also get that many seasonal characters. I think he's only got like 2 or 3. For Ichigo, that's kind of crazy. Now, Ichigo, what character is he going to get this year? We know he's not going to get a new 1000-year Blood War character unless they want to do his Bankai version. If Anniversary this year is going to be canon characters, this might be the first anniversary where Ichigo is not included. There's always the possibility they could do a remake of Full Hollow and Mugetsu later on, so maybe skipping Ichigo on a seasonal banner is something that they should do, because there is always a good chance he will get a character later down the year. Grimmjow, I'm not expecting. Obviously, Ichibei would be sick in a White Day outfit, but again, not expecting it. Not expecting Kaku or Gin. Zamari and Yami, definitely do not see them in a suit. I mean, a Yamamoto would be kind of cool in a suit. A White Day Yama would be kind of sick, especially if they paired him with Chojuro. Don't expect any of the Fullbringers, but again, I would love to see Kugo get a new character. I said on my stream yesterday, Kugo is a character that's unfortunately just gotten the short end of the stick ever since his release. I know Fullbring isn't like the most popular set of characters, and the arc itself isn't the most popular compared to the other arcs, but I mean, Ginjo's a final villain for one whole arc, and to see him always get mid-month character treatment is kind of sad and disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. He didn't get an anniversary character, whereas all of Ichigo's adversaries did, and the one time he did get an end-of-month character, he didn't even get Frenzy, and he was kind of forgettable. So yeah, really unfortunate on Ginjo's behalf. Would love to see him get a new character, a good character, and you know, if they wanted to give him a seasonal, I'm for it. Continuing on scrolling on Gin, I'm not expecting he already got a remake. Mayuri would be kind of cool. And Ishin, White Day, maybe him and Ryukin would be kind of cool to see. Renji, I wouldn't mind. But again, Renji might get a character in like the next 2 or so months, so maybe not. Kisuke, White Day would actually be kind of cool. I would like the idea of that. Shinji as well, same goes for him. Maybe any of the visors would be kind of cool. Hachigan. Uryu or Chad would be also cool, because again, they're not getting any characters as of late, right? When's Chad gonna get a new character? He doesn't have anything going on in regards to 1000-year Blood War. Uryu also technically doesn't, but at least he has a new design. They could make him a character. He does have a brief fight with Senjumaru, but for the most part, we might be seeing a year without a new Uryu or Chad this year in 2024, unless they want to give them like a random premium mid-month character. With that said, I feel like I scrolled past most of the male characters at this point. I don't think I've missed anyone important that would also have a pretty good chance of getting a seasonal. So yeah, I guess to wrap up the video, I'm expecting a new White Day banner. Preferably, I want to see Kenpachi get a remake. And alongside that, if they want to do Byakuya and Osa Okura, I'd be okay with it. But getting 2 new seasonal White Day characters would also be maybe even more cool. And as for those characters, I mean, I wouldn't mind a Ginjo. I wouldn't mind a Yamamoto, Chojuro, Hachigan, Shinji, or Kisuke. Any of those characters, I'd be relatively happy. But if they do want to throw an oddball, a character that I can't even think of right now, I'd also be happy with that too. It's always nice seeing like a random character that doesn't get that many characters in game get a seasonal. For the first time even, it's always cool when that happens. Either way though, that's my prediction. Let me know yours in the comments below, and I'll see you lads next time. Take care, and peace.